So I was gonna journal, but I don't really feel like writing. So I'm like, let me just talk what's going on in my head and just try to like process it that way. So I got the new job at the call center, and um, I thought that my social anxiety would go away because I'm not serving anymore. But my social anxiety is still really bad, and so I have to be in a classroom with other people, and so I'm super nervous, and I feel like it got worse. Like I don't turn around, I don't make eye contact 'cause I'm scared to see their reaction. I'm I'm in my and right now I'm like super hyper vigilant about everything. So once I started noticing people's reaction to my face, then I started getting more self-conscious, and so I don't make eye contact because I don't want to see people like being scared and stuff of my face. So I just literally sit forwards and I don't talk to anyone, and I already have a mean looking face. So that on top of being quiet, everyone thinks I'm a bitch. And no one's like being mean or anything like that, but I know that they think that way, and it's like I understand. Because I don't talk to anyone, not even teacher. I don't make eye contact with anyone, and I think maybe people think that's like me being snobbish or something. But um, yeah. So for the first week was really rough for me because of my social anxiety and being around people and being really nervous and scared. And then I stopped journaling and stuff like that. So for that weeks, just to get used to working, and I every day I'd feel like a lot of emotions, and usually I journal and like process it out, but I just like kept it really like everything in. So like my face really on top of like being very jarring, it holds like emotions, and so um yeah, it was unpleasant to look at, and I see people like avoid eye contact with me too, and I'm like, I understand. I did an interview, another one, because I want to get two jobs, and I had like my face down, and the lady was coming out, and I just looked up, and she did like that, and that happened like 3 times, and I was like, I'm not getting that job. Um, and yeah, so it's really rough because I do have a very, very jarring face. So, yeah, it's been really, really rough. On my day off, I finally got to journal everything, and I like was talking to Chat GPT, like trying to like understand what I'm feeling, and like I felt better. And then Sunday I was chill, and then today it was fine. I prayed and all that stuff, but then like towards the end, it was just like I don't know. I kept on feeling like I want to cry, and so I was like, let me just ground myself and make sure I'm like not in my head, because my head, I like overthink everything, and like if I'm in my head too long, then I'm like I get depressed because it's just all negative emotions. So I'm like I need to figure out a way to like not be in my head, which is the craziest thing. So I was like moving my body and focusing on like the sensations, and I was trying really hard to like stay out of my head. Um, and then towards the end, like I don't know, I was just not really in my head, but I was still like getting like sad. And then, I'm going home, and I'm like ordering food again, which I'm like, I don't like, I'm live above my means, and I'm trying to get out of debt here. And here I am, like every day this week and last week, I paid out for every meal. I always get a coffee every day. I'm just like, I'm on my credit card wasting, like just going more and more in debt. And I'm like, why am I doing this? And then it's like on the outside, like my Instagram's really cute. I have a nice car. I have a cute little hotel. I'm at a cute little studio. I dress nice. And like, I feel like everyone like looks at me like oh, she's got it. But it's like, I'm probably living worse than they are, you know? I took a loan to pay rent. Like, that's crazy. And yeah, I really want to process, but it's so hard, like, not to be performative. I don't know. Like, my mind shifts to, like, other stuff. I don't know. I started sitting in silence, which really helps. It helps rewire your brain. And then I'm like, anything, I don't know. I'm just, like really miserable right now. And I really don't know why, because like I got the job. It's a good paying job, and I have a plan. I'm making steps. I'm praying. I'm helping God to help me, um, like surrender my plan to Him. Like, but I'm just like, I feel like a different kind of sadness tonight. Like, I don't feel like depression. I feel something like, I don't know. It's just, I'm like laying in bed and I'm like, this is my life. Like what? Like, I don't get it. I don't know. And I don't know. I don't know what triggered that, but it's like, what am I doing? Like, I have my plan, and like, this is how I've always been living. Like, I've always been living, but it's like, but what am I doing all this for? Like, I don't know. And like, even though I have a plan, like sometimes I still feel like really lost. And like, after leaving the job, I'm like, I don't want to be doing a desk job. I don't know what I want to do actually. It's like, this is not what I want. I'm just like so like messed up in the head and so like traumatized, and I feel like that's all I give. You know, whatever you're made of, it comes out. And it's like that comes out and people like sense that about me and like just stay away. I was you know, this part of healing is like you're awake, you're aware, you see everything. Your body stops like shielding you from stuff when you're in the protective like trauma or flight or you know, and like it really sucks because now I see what others see when they look at me and like what they feel when they look at me, and like I'm starting to realize that like I hate having thin walls because I can't cry really loud because they'll hear. But I'm starting to realize like people like always looked at me like that. Like the way I feel now is like how the way I feel like how people, it like affects me so much how like I see people look at me and like have the reactions and like kind of stay away, and like the awkward energy like that I bring, like, and it's like my whole life like people were like that towards me, and like I feel like at a young age like I just like really numb that stuff out. And then like when I started healing, and started like really being aware because I was always like dissociated. I was never present. But it's like when I really started being aware and I'm seeing it, and like it's like it affects me so much, and it's like it affect like that's why my body like really like numb like did that, because like it affects me so bad. And like when I was younger, like I always people always looked at me and and like not treated, well, not treated me, but like I was such like a dark child. Like yeah, I was like loud, and like if I when I was with my friends, I was like people always like we all had trauma, but like my dorm mates and stuff like that, I was like crazy and hyper and stuff like that. But I feel like it was all a mask, you know. Um, but when I was younger, I was just such a like uncontrollable, like just numb, like hard, mean, like very like I mean I looked the same, and but I was like that when I was young, and people treated me according to how I was acting. Obviously, I understand now I was acting like I should, like the reason why they were treating me like that is because of the way I was acting. But back then, I didn't realize that. I just because I was so numb, and like I like grew up like just trauma everywhere, and so I grew up like in a protective state. So I was just like I'm just being me, um and so people treated me accordingly. And as a young kid, I just saw that they were treating me like that, and like it hurt a little bit, right? But I just numbed it out. And now that I'm like aware of all this stuff, like it hurts so bad. And I literally became social, like have social anxiety because of it. Like I don't like going in public. I don't like making eye contact with people because I don't like people looking at my face. Like I don't like being around people. I won't talk to any of like my old friends anymore. I won't like try to like hang out because I'm scared they're gonna see my face. And like and it's all like I don't even know. But like I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable and stuff like that, but I just realized that I've always had gotten this reaction, but I was just so numb. Like as a child, like I just never noticed it. And then up until like a year ago, like I started healing, and then a couple months ago I started really healing, and that's when I really like was like just like I really felt everything, and it was aware and present. And now like it's really hard, and so I don't know. I can't change my features. I can't. I've tried to like be present, be happy, but it's like there's nothing I can do. And so it's like you got to get used to it, but it's like how the heck do I get used to people like having like looking at me like and like having those crazy reactions, you know? Like how do I get used to that? I don't know. I I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. As a child, like I never had like the only good emotion I ever had was hope. And I hope it works out in the future. I hope. And that was it. And even though it never worked out, like I still had hope because like I don't even know. And now I still like I hope. And it still never works out for me. And like I'm starting to like not have hope, which is crazy because it took me like 25 years to be like, hey, hope doesn't mean it's gonna happen. I don't know. But throughout like my whole life, I just held on to like this little dream. It's gonna work out in the future. It's gonna work out in the future. And it's like the older I get and like nothing changes, like the more and like little by little, like I'm really starting to like, I mean, like really like starting to like believe that like this is the life. This is it. It's like a child like would make like these fantasies in my head could make me feel better, and like I feel like I have like a fantasy in my head to like get me through, because like if I don't feel like anything's gonna work out in the end, what am I even doing? And it's like I'm starting to like really understand that like it's just like that. It's just a fantasy. And then it's like, okay, so but what like then why am I living this life? Like why am I on pause? Like what am I waiting for? Like why am I not smoking? Why am I not drinking? Why am I not having sex? Like what am I waiting for? I just And then, I'm doing devotions on surrender to God, like do what like God wants you to do. And then, I'm doing it, but it's like I don't know what I was about to say. I'm just like scared once I finally like lose my last shred of hope. Like what like I don't know what's gonna happen to me. Because why am I here just to like live like in this like in between like I have so many like mental health problems, but it's like I don't have health insurance, so I can't talk to anyone. Health therapists are so expensive, and it's like drowning in my head. I signed up for like a drug trial for depressive disorder. So I'm like, I don't have money to like get a therapist or get on medicine. Like I don't have health insurance, so I'm just like slowly like getting worse. I'm healing more, but it's like I'm healing all of my protective like shell, and so it's like but it's leaving me vulnerable, and like I don't know how to like bridge the gap. So it's like I was like in such like a free state. I didn't see anything. Like I was so like dissociated, like so dissociated, like I didn't care about anything. And it just like that worked for me. And but it's like now that I'm like healing my protective shell, like I see everything, I hear everything, I internalize everything. Like I'm like slowly like cooking my brain. I'm like right now I'm like I overthink everything. Like I literally was like always daydreaming, and now I'm always overthinking and always like thinking myself into depression. And it's like I can't turn it off. But I'm starting to get to that point where I'm like, my head still like holds on to like that core belief of the child, like it's gonna work out, it's gonna work out. And like I still, even though like since I've left everything, like I've literally been drowning, like I've been like in depressive states for years. Like I just lay in bed and just scroll all day, and but still like a little like thing in my head just like it's gonna work out, it's gonna work out. But it's like I'm like starting to believe it's not gonna work out. I literally just I don't know. I have my plan, but it's like I actually don't think I'm gonna get to step A because I never in my whole life ever even started a plan and even made it to step A. I can't do it. Then I have to journal everything out and process everything before tomorrow so I don't look like a serial killer. Because my face holds like emotions, and I don't want to look even worse. Um, I'm just really messed up in the head, in the body, everywhere, and so like traumatized, and it just comes out everywhere. A couple days ago, I have a nice car, I guess, for the Black community, but my class, some of them saw me get in my car, and they were staring at me, and I got so happy that they saw me in my car, because I guess my car looks nice and stuff like that. And as I'm like feeling like pumped up, I'm like, is this pride or is this ego? Like, and I still haven't figured out if it's pride or ego, but I know the root of it is like my body craves attention. And so the fact that they were staring at me in my car, even though I don't talk to them and they probably don't like me, I was so happy because I was getting attention. And I guess I don't get attention. And as a kid, like I never got attention. I was always, because I was just so bad. And so they just kind of like pushed me to the side and like just let her do whatever she wants. And so like I crave attention as like a childhood like wound. And so I was like, I almost started crying that like them looking at me in my car was like filling the hole of me getting attention, and it was making me like feel happy. And I was like, that's just messed up, that something so little and finite as them like glancing my way was like made me happy. And then I do my devotions on giving up pride, and I'm like, there's just no way. I have nothing then. Yeah, pride's bad, but it puffs me up, makes me feel better because I am chronically, physically, mentally, emotionally empty. I have nothing inside, and so, pride like makes me like, no, but I have a nice car, but I have a nice butt, and fills the gap in, and yeah, I'm just messed up, and I really do hate it here. And I hate the life that I live, and I hate the life I created, and it's all alone, and